Conflict is not a strange thing to people. Human beings tend to experience conflicts in their day-to-day lives with their families, friends, and in professional lives. In the workplace, conflict causes a massive degree of frustration, sadness, and anger. It is a normal aspect. In the organization today, employees hired diverse people from different geographical locations with a different and dissimilar cultural and intellectual viewpoints. In a working environment where people have desperate outlooks towards a problem, disagreements are bound to happen. Conflicts are inevitable from people's day-to-day life, and if it happens, the idea is not preventing but rather managing and resolving the problem in an efficient manner. Well, there are some ways on how to manage conflict. First of all, we have to know the source of the conflict. We have to know and understand what is the issue is all about. We have to ask questions and to get consents from both parties so that we can able to understand the second ways on how to solve a conflict is to find a place which is safe and private to talk. So many people often ask, how can you solve a problem? So first of all, you have to find a place which is safe and private. You have to choose a location which is not favored with other people so that we can have an honest communication. So in order for to have an honest communication, so we have to have a safe and honest communication for each other. The third way on how to manage a conflict is listen actively and to have their own say. So after securing a safe and a private place, we have to listen to the both parties in order to know their viewpoints in the situation. So first of all, if in any case we have to set rules, we have to embrace a positivity and assertive approach in order for the both parties to have honest manner to identify solutions. The fourth way on how to solve a problem is to investigate the situation. After listening to the concern from both parties, take time and investigate the case. Do not prejudge or come up with a final verdict on the basis of what you have. Dig deeper and find out more about what's happening involving the parties, the issues and how they are feeling. Have an individual and confident conversation with those involved with listening with a keen manner and ensure to comprehend their viewpoints. You can do so by summarizing their statements and replicating back to them. Also try to find the underlying conflict sources which may not be evident and noticeable at first.
Oh,
The fourth way on how to solve and manage a conflict is to determine ways to meet the common goal. When managing conflict processes, you need to have a common objective, which is resolving the issue and ensuring it does not surface. And to solve any problem, you need to be aware of the different stages of conflict. This will enable you to look for the ideal ways to meet the common goal. After clarifying the source of conflict, talking to both parties, and investigating the situation, you need to sit down with both parties to meet the common goal, which is managing and resolving the matter at hand. Listen, communicate, and brainstorming together until you exhaust and find the solutions. And in order to find the source of conflict is the main step to solve any problem. The sixth way on how to manage a conflict is agree on the best solution and determine the responsibility of each party. Managing and resolving conflict leaves a model of communication. Employees will find its way on how to interact with each other. They have to have the company's objectives. So after investigating the situation and to determine the ways through which you can resolve the issue, both parties need to develop a conclusion on their best solution to the problem and to agree on the best and the best, and to identify the solution for each party on it. And you have to agree the best that you have. Afterwards, determine the responsibilities of each party in resolving the conflict. Also, we need to have to get the root cause and to ensure that the issue will not come again. And now we come up to the final ways on how to manage and solve a conflict. The final way is how to evaluate that things are going and decide preventive strategies for the future. Never presume that the issue reused. Ought to demonstrate in the business. So ask yourself, what is the second step of effective communication? Knowing all the things will help you ensure that employees are working together to meet the organizational goals. So continue keep eyeing on the issue and assess if the solution is effective. If the issue is resurfaces, take necessary actions. Also decide on preventive strategies in the future. Many people often ask, what is the basic conflict in every use? Some people may not agree in everything, and maybe there will be an issue arises. So look for the lessons that you learn from the certain issues that come up before, and then we can finally apply it in the future. Conclusion of our managing conflict in a workplace. Conflict is a part of our daily lives. You can disagree with your family, friends, and co-workers, but at the end of the day, we can have an ideal ways on how to manage the conflict. We can select with the 7 ways on how to manage a conflict that I present to you, and we can find a solution for that. So managing and resolving conflict in an organization is an integral part of the organization. So that's all for now. Thank you so much and have a nice day.